Hey everybody, it's Ricardo, and I am here with Glenn Egan from Sanzaru Games, and we are about to see an updated version of the new Sly Cooper game, Thieves in Time. And you guys are showing us something kind of cool. It's a bit of a throwback for fans of the series. You guys have hideouts.
Yes, hideouts are back. Something that, working on the Sly collection, we really liked the kind of game structure of Sly 2 and Sly 3. That sort of, you'd have an open kind of hub environment, and then you'd have these spokes that ran off it. The hub environment gave you this sort of like non-linear, lots of different gameplay choices. And then the spokes tended to be a lot tighter, kind of platformer-oriented gameplay. And then the hideout was essentially the base camp, the gangs all getting together before they set off on their different jobs. We got Sly, he's sitting here chilling, and Bentley, of course, working the computers, and Murray is he's sleeping. There we go. Now wake up.
But you guys aren't just kind of recycling the hideouts, because I do see that there are some options to move around and look around the environment. So tell us about some perks that you've tossed in for folks.
Well, yeah, we really wanted to expand upon hideouts. So here we've got the treasure wall. In Sly 2 and 3, you'd have these sort of treasure challenges where you'd go out into the environment, you'd collect these pieces of treasure, you'd bring them back, sell them on ThiefNet, and they're a little bit sort of throwaway, but here we run to really make them kind of special. So we've got a couple of cool pieces here that you collect. This beautiful carved Edo period controller, for instance, from feudal Japan. And a nice teapot, and all kinds of stuff that have a little backstory, this kind of familiar looking claw, and yeah, you'd want to collect various pieces, and that would lead to unlocking some aspects of gameplay that we're going to be talking about in the next few months. So I'm going to leave it at that for now. Also, we're going to take a look at we've got the costume gallery. We'd shown off costumes at E3, and these are, sort of pivotal to Sly Cooper Thieves in Time, and here you'll be able to see the ones that you've gathered as you've been playing. It sort of gives you a sense of your progression through the game, and find out their special abilities, and also a little history on them, stuff like that. And so now we can take a look at a mission where we're actually going to collect the pieces of that armor.
But to be clear, you guys are cheating just a little bit. We're only going to get one piece of armor in this level before we get it, but the reality is you have to put the whole thing together, right?
Yeah. This is a demo, so we're just gonna have you pick up one piece, and I don't wanna oversess Kaylee over there and on this mission. And the Binoki comes back, so.
And as we're in this close-up, it does look like Sly's had some work done since the last time we saw him. Maybe not Botox, but there is something a little bit different. So you want to talk to us about how you guys are tweaking him?
Well, yeah, we're always trying to improve, always working on everything and iterating. And so Sly as a character continues to evolve, works on his shaders, just a little bit on his face, just really kind of giving you a sense of a slightly older, a slightly tougher Sly, but still staying true to his lovable scoundrel kind of image.
Now, when we were on that roof, we did see an arrow kind of pointing him in a direction. So that's new. So you want to talk to us about that?
Sure. Well, the hub worlds on the PlayStation 3, they're obviously much bigger, much more dense, much more lush. And we're also adding a lot more verticality. Before the Sly 2 and 3 tended to kind of work on 2 strata, but now there's a lot more strata to the gameplay. And it's not fun. It's not fun or Sly Cooperish to be lost. Like we really wanted to build these environments, concentrating on the density of gameplay. So we brought back the god rods that in the previous games, but we also included this compass. And the compass is really handy, especially when you're down amongst the buildings, you need to see which direction you're going to go. But also, the compass will point up and down to tell you if something's above or beneath you. So here, for instance, you can see it's a little trickier to see the god rod, but now the compass clearly tells Sly which way he needs to be heading.
And as usual, there are well-armed members of the animal kingdom to be avoided. There's stealthy sneaking, and there's some pickpocketing, I believe.
Yes, so this mission is going to require Sly getting his way across the level here. Now, of course, there's dozens of different paths that that Kaylee could be taking here, but we're really going to reward exploration. Again, we've got clue bottles that you're going to be able to collect. So he's found one here. Nice transfer. Wow, outstanding. That you're going to be able to gather as you go through the environment. And then he's going to be finding this hapless boar guard over here, who I believe is taking a nap. Oh. Wow. So here we can see the compass in action again. Now it's pointing down to show him where the objective is. And he's going to have to wait until this guy walks past here, because he doesn't want to alert anybody. And then he can move in and pickpocket the armor.
Or he can avoid being shot and then come back.
Oh, he's doing good. One more piece. Nicely done.
Now, besides looking cool, there is a perk to wearing the armor, correct?
Well, yes. As in the previous games, the armor will act as a disguise. So now, instead of getting attacked by the various guards, he can actually garner some respect. And I'm going to give him a salute. And again, we saw in the boss battle at E3, the armor is also impervious to fire and has a couple other abilities. But the drawback is it's a little slow. It's a little unwieldy. So, but he can quickly switch in and out of it to make his way back across the level.
Now, how many costumes are we going to have in the game, roughly? Because you're getting that look like you don't want to tell us. So, what would make you feel comfortable telling us?
Well, there will be one unique costume for each of the episodes. And so far, we've shown off 2. So, at least 2. We'll be talking more about the other episodes in the next few months.
All right, so in this particular level, you actually need the costume for a very specific reason, right? Besides the fact that everybody's cool with you, this door is a problem if you don't have the costume, right?
Yeah, and so right here we're going to see, the basic functionality of the costume as a disguise, and this disguise is going to provide Sly with the ability to get through the gate.
And that's pretty much going to be the main role of the costumes initially, although, for folks that remember our E3 demo, costume also comes in very handy during boss fights in some cases, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that boss fights will incorporate aspects of gameplay that you've learned throughout the entire episode, and so the costume will obviously feature as it's as a key to what you've been learning as you've been playing.
All right, well, that all sounds very cool. The last question we're going to ask you, when's it coming out?
2012.
All right, we tried for a date. They're still saying 2012. So anytime between January and December of next year, Sly Cooper's going to be hitting the PS3. We're going to bring you a lot more as soon as we get the rock to bleed. But until then, this is your latest update on Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time. We're going to have a lot more for you in the months to come.